In Washington, D.C. today, right outside the Capitol, a group of activists protested holding the 2022 Olympics in Beijing. Protesters tell us that allowing the Chinese Communist Party to host the Olympics only emboldens the CCP to continue with their human rights atrocities. NTD's Meliina Wייסקאפ has more from the protest in D.C.
A number of ethnic and religious groups gathered in front of the Capitol Tuesday to express why they believe Communist China does not deserve to host the 2022 Olympics.
China is the only country that has hosted two Olympics back-to-back. They hosted the 2008 Olympics in Beijing, and now all of a sudden in 2022, they're hosting again. No one else has ever done that. So not only should they not be hosting, they should be banned, and they should be declared a transnational criminal organization, and we should be breaking off all diplomatic and economic ties with them.
Ethnic groups like Tibetans and Mongolians have had their spiritually rich cultures devastated by the Chinese regime. Other ethnic and religious groups like Uyghurs, Christians, and Falun Gong practitioners face jail time, torture, or even live organ harvesting if they don't renounce their faith. This Uyghur woman has family members in China who've been jailed and tortured for years. She tells NTD she regularly receives blackmail phone calls from CCP members, threatening her that they will continue to abuse her mother, sister, and uncle if she doesn't stop speaking out against the party's mass genocide.
And one of the speakers is giving a warning to big corporations and name brands who are going along with the Olympics in Beijing, what they're calling the genocide games, because he says eventually they'll be ruining their brands by going along with this. He says that Olympics were founded based on brotherhood of man, which is completely contrary to the evil nature of the Chinese Communist Party.
Oh, well, the nature of it is pure evil. I would say the nature of it is something that is totally ungodly. They have tried to make a god of themselves. And look inside yourself and see what you really think, not what the political correctness thinks, things like that, but also find people who have been through persecution, who have been through torture, read about what's really happening.
An organizer of these protests says this is about people standing with upright principles and morals.
Although people may not see anything in the short term, but the long term is that these types of activities have also gained the support of folks on both sides.
Senator Mitt Romney has just called for a U.S. diplomatic boycott of the Beijing Olympics. The European Union just passed a resolution calling for such a boycott. Now Romney and these protesters hope Congress will follow their example and do the same. Meliina Wייסקאp, NTD News.